Hi everyone, I'm Sundari9. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy 1. The only place we really haven't been that we could get to is this port. And you may be wondering what's over here. Well, this is our next destination. We're gonna head south. Oh, preemptive strike. Nice. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Another Cobra. Easy enough. Here, to the south, there's a cave. Maybe wondering what's inside the cave. Well, if you come here earlier, there's really not anything that you can do here. But now that we have the Mystic Key, and much more importantly, we have that key item from the castle, just get past the forest. Nope. Hit and hit. Now, you do have a large encounter rate in the forest, which is something that's kind of been lost. That different terrains have different encounter rates. That's kind of been lost in RPGs these days. Those that still use the encounters. Random encounters, which has kind of gone by the wayside when it comes to RPGs, and admittedly it's a good thing because random encounters are dicey, and usually the encounter rate is high. Having a way to dodge encounters is nice. Lally-ho! Oh, Lally-ho, dwarf? These are dwarves. Hi. We are crystal eye, even the blind can see. I heard that the Dark Elf Astros split the one belonging to Matoya. The dwarves are great about giving info about where you needed to go next, so if you were lost or just looking around, they point you in the right direction. There we have some cash. Have you blethered with our Smith? Our Smith? In the smithy he is. I imagine. Smith, if only I had some of the legendary material adamantite. Be happy I'd be able to make such a magical sword. Not so fast. Those are just for display. You cannot fight with them. Oh, that's a shame. But keep that in mind. It'll come in handy way later. The earth has started to rot. It began in the west, and now the decay spreads. Well, sounds like that's something we need to take care of. But we don't have a way to get to the west. That's a problem. Can't help them if we can't get there. Inside this room, you can find a tent, a great helm, worm killer, ether, potion. You need the Mystic Key to this cottage, money, and mithril mail. Whole bunch of stuff. I don't know why it may just be this place that the screen's glitching out down there. Nitro powder? The explosive force of this powder will make canal open in no time flat. I owe ya, kids. Ah! Game, why mess up on me? There we go. Now we can blow this rock to smithereens. What are you standing around for? That powder is set to blow. Unless you plan on going with it, you better get out whilst you still can. Yeah, let's go. cannot wait to see what lies out there on that canal. And that's that. That's what the nitro powder / TNT is used for. There's now a canal that we can sail through. And that's all that's here in the Dwarven Cave, I believe. There might be some nitro powder in the castle treasure house way back when they're sealed up. Alright, let's get out of here. And with that brings this, what I kind of call the first chapter of Final Fantasy 1 to a close. Oh yes, I need to equip all that stuff we got. Now, after we sail through the canal, there's many more things we can do. You can sail around a lot. The world really opens up. But we do have a place in mind. We heard from the dwarves that the land is drying up to the west. Instead of the rune blade, I put on Worm Killer, a sword effective against dragons. Used on evil dragons only. Great Helm, which is an upgrade to the helm, of course. Mithril Mail. Mail crafted for Mithril. This does not have as much defense as Iron Armor. But you do get some evasion, which is nice. I believe this goes well on the Red Mage, because I don't remember if he can use the Iron Armor or not. So there's that. I think that was it. We'll stick with that. And we got the tent and other stuff like that. Now we just need to get back to our boat. Not really a tough task. The enemy shouldn't really cause you any problems. 2, 3. I like that green blade. That's nice. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Off we go. Alright. Now we can sail through the canal. Just follow the coastline, and there we go. Welcome to the next part of Final Fantasy 1. As you could sail a lot of places now. But our stop is here? Yes, Melmond. As you can see, the ground's all cracked and it's not really green. Restore the crystals to grace. If the earth crystal regains its glow, life will return to the earth. The hills and valleys will again be green. Well, considering we have 4 dark crystals, and the earth crystal sounds really important, that's what we need to do. You cannot use level 5 magic yet. Wonder what level that is. And the reason I say that is because Kuraga, restore a lot of HP to one ally. It's a really big healing spell. Life, which is super important, revives 1 KO'd ally. Diaga deals damage to all undead foes, or harm 3. I believe it was still life. And cure 3. And heal 2. Restores HP to the entire party. A bigger version of heal. Healara. So there we go. All very good choices. What ends up happening is this is where I stop taking the undead killing spell as much as I want to, because being able to restore a lot of HP to one person helps a lot, especially if a boss decides to just waylay into somebody. Life is super important. Make sure to grab life. And of course I take Hilara because that heals the entire party in case Abagio casts a spell and deals a lot of damage to the entire party. Those are the spells that I go with. On the black magic side, you have Furaga, Fire 3. Deal fire damage to all foes. This is an even bigger version of fire. Instantly kills all foes. Die. But if I remember right, the chance isn't that great. As you can see, the red mage cannot cast the spell, but his upgraded form, the red wizard, can. Teleport. Only wizards can cast this. Transports party to previous floor. You have to use several casts of this to get yourself out of a dungeon, but it's there. And Slowra. Reduce 1 number's flow of attacks. This is a bigger version of slow. I end up going with the fire spell, teleport, and slow. Yeah, instant kill all foes is cool, but it doesn't work when you really need it, which is bosses. And really, if you're gonna cast that, which might work, you're better off just casting Fire 3 and doing a ton of damage. Because the black mage damage in this game can get very impressive. In the weapon shop, we have Crosshair, a staff top with the iron ring. You have the saber. You have long swords, a large double-edged sword. This gives more attack power than anything we found. So you may be wondering why you have those. Well, because they're used on specific enemies to do a lot of damage. But really, for just sheer hitting power, you're better off with the longsword. Attack power 20, accuracy of 10. Because if we go back... Oh, you could... Wow, I never knew that. This version, that's cool. You can see which classes can use it. That's neat. Remove. The Worm Killer gives 19 and 15 accuracy, so you just get a little more attack power. It's up to you. Honestly, they're all good. Same thing with the Werebuster, effective against Werebeast. If you really want that extra attack power, yes, you'll see the difference. But the weapons you got are good for right now. In the armor shop, however, Knight's Armor, 36k. I don't remember you being 36k. Armor crafted from steel plate. Yeah, no joke. I don't have enough. You're expensive. You're so expensive. A silver armlet, which we will definitely buy. Another great helm. Bronze gloves, steel gloves. We'll get a set of steel gloves. I'm sure that gives a ton of defense. I think it was silver armor in the previous version, now that I think about it. Still don't remember you being that expensive. Great helm. And that's... should be everything. Sell stuff. We'll sell the saber. Broadsword, the 2 helms, the copper armlet, and bronze gloves. Okay. Sort, which will sort your items, a really handy feature. Now we'll talk to the people around town. The earth is decaying, and it's all the doing of the vampire that lives in the cavern of earth. Our town is in such rotten shape because he's blocking the flow of the power of earth. Will you stop him for us? Sure! The cavern of earth is to the south of Melmond, on a peninsula called the Devil's Tail. It used to be closer you got to the cave, the more fertile the soil. Now it's a barren waste. The giant living in the cave eats rocks. He'll eat just about any kind of rock, but I hear he especially likes gems. He can't get enough of them. There's nothing that I, the great genius, Dr. Un, do not know. What? You never heard of me? Inconceivable. This guy will actually be important later, so please remember about him. Gravestone. Ah! Game! Really being fickle today. There you go, Hugh, and I deeply apologize for that. You know, older games sometimes just don't work like they're supposed to. Okay. I'm gonna show off some of the enemies here, and then I'm gonna try to mess around and make it to where the game does not mess up as much. Cobras in the forest. Hit. So nothing you haven't seen before. One thing you do want to do that I forgot is, although you will need money for spells. Definitely, as soon as the spellcasters can cast level 5 spells, they'll be really handy in the next area we're going to. Huh. Looks like I'm about to do some selling. Sailing, not selling. I don't see an item shop. Okay. That's fine. You'll want, especially if you're playing the NES version, it won't be as necessary here because of the MP system. But you will definitely want a lot of pure potions. The place we're going, the enemies like to poison a lot. I remember that. And that could be a huge detriment to your party, especially if you run out of them and then you're just walking, taking damage. That your party doesn't last long that way. In the NES version, of course, because poison is such a high level spell, you don't have a lot of cast of it. You don't get a lot of cast of it anyway, even with the high level spell. So you rely even more on pure potions. But here, because it's only 3 MP, you don't need as many, but you'll still want your MP for healing. More than just curing poison every fight. So a lot of pure potions still help a lot. Come on. Wow, I've been walking for a while. Give me a fight. And wolves. So here you fight enemies that you've fought before. It's nothing dangerous here. As you move closer to the Earth Cave, you will start to see more difficult enemies, which is what I'll do. I'll actually head toward the Earth Cave. It's one of these places. Hope I get this right. Shadow! But we get preemptive strike. Hooray. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh! You didn't die, huh? What do you have, like, exactly 50 HP? Again, nothing too difficult until you actually get to the Earth Cave. Yeah, level! 7 HP, agility, stamina, 6 HP, agility, 4 HP, 16 MP, awesome. Strength, stamina, 2 HP, 8 MP, strength, intelligence. Okay. Lesser Tiger. Once you kind of cross this imaginary line, you'll start to see different enemies. Ooh, 4 hits. Nice. You'll start to see different enemies, and they'll start to become more difficult, but it still shouldn't be a problem for your party until you get into the cave. That should work. Here we go. Let's see, I think this is it. We'll find out. If not, it's further to the west. simple enough. Cavern of Earth. Let's see, there's a lot of paths to go. I think this is it. Cobras! Like I said, a lot of poison. See? Poison. Which is really what I just want to show off. I'll end up going back out and getting some items. But I just want to give you a taste of this place and what it has to offer. And a lot of the enemies here have the ability to poison. And because you don't have a way to be immune to poison, you can expect it to happen a lot. This gets players that are new to RPGs some trouble, because you may underestimate just how many times you can get poisoned. Cobras, again, which can poison. Now let's see. I'll go a little longer, why not? Anacondas, which seem to poison more often, and they're tougher. There we go. Let's see, is this the way out? There's a lot of doors here. Tarantulas. Fire damage to all foes. This is when it's handy to have those all spells. Spells that hit all enemies. Go. See, what do we have in here? Earth Elemental. Okay. Can't say I know you, really. Actually, I kind of remember you. Anyway. Blizzard? Hey, there we go. Just enough. A lot of EXP and gold. Be wary, they are tough. And I think they're hidden around the treasure chest in this dungeon. You get almost 2k for that fight. That's everything here. Some of these paths will have treasure chests. This is another big staple in this place, the Minotaur. AC has a decent amount of HP, gives you a lot of cash. Oh joy, a lot of gargoyles. But you'll start to see them around here. They can do a lot of damage to low-level parties. They can also do a lot of damage to your mages. As you see, they hit twice. I think they may even be able to hit a few more times than that. But this is a good place as long as you're confident in getting back to town in one piece. A good place to get some cash. You can also go back to that one island to get levels and cash. If you're using that trick, that's always an option. But this is a pretty decent place to get some cash. Again, the poison is what will get you, and if you're not playing this version, is what's going to eat into your profits, because you'll be buying a lot of pure potions. Or antidotes in this version, sorry. Ogre chiefs and ogres. Quite a few ogre chiefs at that. You'll start to see these as well. This should do it. Yep. A lot of cash if you get that fight. Okay. Oh, yes. In the left side of this room. I believe it's here. It's this hallway where you fight a lot of enemies here. You know, big enemies. There used to be a name for this type of... for this place. I can't remember it. This place is dangerous. These enemies do a lot of damage. I like the protect effect. That's cool looking. And you'll get into a lot of fights. I don't think there's anything here. I think this is purely for you to get EXP and cash. See, a lot of cash. And a lot of EXP at that. 29 HP strength, 31 HP strength, 26 HP, 6 MP, luck, 2 HP, 20 MP, and int. Does that give you enough? Yeah, it looks like level 20 you can cast level 5 spells. So that's where you'll want to be. You'll want to be around there. Yeah, I think it's that little, like, just right there that you fight them. So I don't think you really fight them any other place in here. Could be wrong about that. Anyway, I'm going to go get spells. I'm going to go get, a lot of antidotes. And maybe come back here and fight in that area just to get some more cash. I don't think I'll buy the armor. As extremely handy as it will be, I think my money will go to spells and potions. And then we'll come back and we'll tackle this place and see what lies below. As you can see, Cavern of Earth Basement 1. So this has a few floors to it that we'll have to go down. And there's some treasures in here to get as well. So until the next episode, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a lot of fun. I hope you liked the whole nitro powder thing. I always liked that. Oh, you get a fancier cutscene here with the GBA version, which is nice. But this is the first real big dungeon, other than the marsh cave, which was pretty big. This one is the first really big one that we'll have gone to. So again, until the next episode, I hope you had a lot of fun. I'm Cinder89. Remember to shoot for the stars and take care, everyone.